Good morning. It is day 32 on the Continental Divide Trail. Today, I should be hiking into Ghost Ranch. My plan is to try to get there before or around noon, but I have about 16 miles, so let's hike.
My name is Michelle Bentley. I'm a retired Houston firefighter and empty nester who loves to get out and explore God's beautiful creation. For years, I've dreamed of hiking from Mexico to Canada on the roughly 3,100-mile Continental Divide Trail, the most remote and rugged of the long-distance trails in the United States. This year, with the support of my amazing husband, I'm beginning this epic solo journey. I love to share my adventures, so come and hike with me.
So I camped down in this forest by a very muddy rain runoff stream last night, and me and my two friends, we're all pretty much out of water. Like, I have maybe a couple sips left, and so the stream is still looking really muddy this morning, and it's just a filter killer. So I'm hiking about 3.3 miles. There's supposed to be a cattle trough that has good water, so yeah, here's the muddy stream. I'm gonna need my hands to get up that bank. Okay, so that's my plan, is to get some water that'll help get me into Ghost Ranch. All right, see you down the trail. Oh. And before I forget, this morning I had to remove, like, not exaggerating, about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of clay mud off of each shoe. It's just, this is got a high clay content, and I mean, I'm sure it's gonna build up because it's still kind of wet. I'm just probably gonna build back up again on my shoes, but it was like my shoes weighed so much. But I used a rock and scraped most of it off this morning, so hopefully I can get them really cleaned up when I get to Ghost Ranch. I don't need to add any more extra weight. That's a little back and forth across the stream. That's looking a little clearer. Could probably almost drink that, but I don't think my filter would like it. It's been through a lot in New Mexico. So I'm crisscrossing over this creek, and you can see how high and steep and muddy these banks are. I think the mud is what makes it the most challenging, because you're like slipping and then you're trying to get footing getting up a steep side. And I did one a minute ago. I had to like step up really high onto the bank across the creek, and I didn't use enough oomph, and I forgot how heavy my pack was, and it pulled me back. But fortunately I have long enough legs I could stretch out and reach the shore behind me as I was falling, so I didn't fall into the creek. Yeah, it's nice having water, but it's unfortunate it's so got so much sediment in it. Even trying to pre-filter it with, like I did last night, I used one of my little like face wipey cloths, folded over a couple times, and it kind of did the trick, but it just kept clogging, and then you wouldn't even get a drip through the filter. So cow trough water it will be. This is still part of that Indio fire burn area. But I should be out of it before too long. All the little green has started growing back in. The forest has a way of regenerating itself pretty quickly. Nice cliffs out here. And the sun is coming up. Wow. Really beautiful cliffs. Kind of getting out of the deep canyon and things are opening up. Got about a mile and a half to get to some water, which I really need. I'm thirsty. I was pretty dehydrated last night going into camp and I barely drank maybe like half a cup or cup of water. Oh, it's a steep climb out of this one. Oh, but they gave me some steps. That's nice. Catching all the morning spider webs. Oh, okay. So, Ghost Ranch is an alternate that I'm taking. It goes right through this kind of like a ranch called Ghost Ranch. And they have like all kinds of activities and lodging and horseback riding and some hiking trails and stuff. But it's also famous for being the inspiration for the artist Georgia O'Keeffe. She does a lot of like New Mexico landscape paintings of this specific area, and several of the landmarks like in Ghost Ranch are the subject of her paintings. So it's kind of neat. I'm looking forward to getting there for hikers. They also serve like 2 hot meals a day, a breakfast and dinner. It's like a buffet style, and they have showers and stuff. So I'm hoping to get a good afternoon's rest. I feel the fatigue after the last 3 days just kind of built up, and it's just that time when my energy level's a little lower anyways. So it's been a challenge, and it'll be nice to have a relaxing afternoon and a lot of food because I'm hungry still. The hiker hunger is real. As soon as I eat, a few minutes later, my stomach's already growling again. So, all right, I will see you at the water. Here's my view as I'm walking along. Quite pretty. The bands on that rock are just really cool. I wish I knew more about, geology. Just walking along on the trail, and boom, just like this giant hole. I guess it's a wash. Good grief. Gotta pay attention because you're just walking on something like this, and then the sun was shining in my eyes, and it's really washed out along the trail too. That just falls off. It's really unique. The colors were so rich too. Okay, somewhere not too far away, gotta spot a camouflage tank. Water. And it does look like there's a pipe flowing into it. Let's see here. On this side, I see the water bubbling. It's got some green, but it's water. The cicadas are out. They're like everywhere. I haven't spotted one yet, but they sure are noisy little boogers. Back from where I came. Getting close to the Chama River. Rio Chama. That's gonna be like the first major river that we've come across in New Mexico. I wonder if my trail goes here or on the road. I better check. I can hear the river. Oh, it's flowing good. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have to like ford across this one. Oh, let's see. Alright, so this is looking south down the Rio Chama, and this is looking north. First major river that I've crossed since entering New Mexico. Okay, I think this is where I will be officially beginning the Ghost Ranch alternate. So let me take a peek at my map just to make sure I'm headed the right direction. Pretty sure I go this way. It's a little information board about the river. The Rio Chama, wild and scenic river. It talks about the Continental Divide Trail. Very cool. So it looks like for the next 7 miles I'm walking this dirt road, and then it says I'll transition to a trail, so do my road walking here, get it knocked out. But I'm headed for Ghost Ranch. Can't ask for a more beautiful roadwalk. We're following along the Rio Chama. Look at all these beautiful wild roses. There's bunches of them. I have a lot of these close to my house too. The river speeds up right here and then flows, it widens and flows into this more like a steeper walled canyon. It's really a gorgeous morning. I just stopped at a little day use area that had a pit toilet, and feels like a luxury. And then there was a lady and her husband there kayaking, and she already had opened, she was gonna snack on some cheese and cranberries and almonds, and she's like, I think you need this more than me, so she poured it out in my hand. That was sweet. Nice little snack. Best snack in 3 days. So now onward to Ghost Ranch. Okay. I left the road. There's supposed to be a trail. There's not a trail. So I'm just trying to kind of follow the map lines, and I can see where other people have gone. Now at least there's kind of a path, because at first it's just like walking out into a field of cactuses. Okay, this is better. Hopefully this takes me where I want to go. It's pretty hot out here too. But I have left the road, left that area back there, headed that way. Y'all, it feels so weird just like walking through all this cactus field. Like there's footprints kind of everywhere. And then now it's kind of like a super primitive trail-ish. And I just keep checking my far out app line to make sure I'm headed the right direction. And I guess this is right. Like I stepped over a barbed wire fence. I feel like I'm walking on somebody's property, but maybe this is like part of Ghost Ranch or something. I have no idea. All right, let me keep an eye on my map just to make sure I'm not being led astray. Okay, now I have kind of a discernible trail. Down in there, I did not. And now I'm up on top of this high point and there's a little breeze. That feels so good. Okay, and no more cactuses constantly. There were like all these little small ones too, so you have to really watch where you step. Okay, let's see where this goes to. I don't remember people talking about how tricky that navigation is on this alternate once you leave that road. Hopefully it'll be a little more straightforward from here. Oh, gotta zoom in on this. Hang on. So, that formation there, I think that's called Chimney Rock, and that's on Ghost Ranch, because I remember seeing it when I visited Ghost Ranch several years ago. So, I am getting close. Good. Starting to wonder. Oh, there's a big lake. I wonder if that's Lake Abakui or Abakui Reservoir or something. Probably so. I've actually never seen it because when I come in on, that's got to be Highway 84. I always see the sign, but you can't see the lake from the road, so, or at least not till further around. Yeah, I guess you can at one point. All right. Just gonna check the map, make sure I'm still going the right way. So, just again, for anybody that plans to do this trail in the future and take this alternate, this section, there's not a trail, so don't be surprised. You're just kind of bushwhacking it and watching your line on far out. I don't know how you do it without it, because there's not really any directions. And I know it said I'm supposed to be intersecting a road, and I see like a Jeep road there, so that's probably it. So I'm just gonna keep walking that direction until I hit it. But watch out for cactus, they're everywhere. Yay, I made it down to Highway 84. And now I go right for a little bit. And then there's supposed to be some other trail, hopefully it's a trail, taking me into Ghost Ranch. And yeah, that's Chimney Rock right in front of me. Cool. Now, it's taking me through a locked gate. This is so funny. All right, I guess I gotta just crawl over this. I have no idea. Okay. So I just came across that little grassy lot. It's taking me through this abandoned lot. This looks like it must have been something at some point because it's got like a sign for parking for buses. And there's an old entryway. It's all, there's some little buildings and stuff up here. So I guess this was part of Ghost Ranch. Something they used to do, I don't know. That's all gated off. It's obvious nobody's had this going for a while. Okay. Yeah. Just like old information boards and stuff. What does that say? Oh yeah, it has some, I see some Ghost Ranch signage on this building. And this says Range Management Demonstration. Okay. see where I am supposed to go. The Living Ranch Living Museum. So again, there's not really a trail, but people have gone this way, following footprints, following the map line, and yay, there's a barbed wire fence, but they've pulled up the bottom wire. So I guess I'm crawling. Okay, let's see if I can get under with my pack. Success, I was able to just sit down and like lean back and scooch. And there were no cactus to sit on, so. Okay, it's a little bit more trail here. And footprints, which is promising. So, carrying on. Well, I'm not making it there by noon, but hopefully by 1. Just I took a long time to filter water earlier, and then I stopped at the picnic use, and then the little having to keep checking navigation slows you down, but not too far off. I'm still getting there early afternoon, which is great. Wow. A canyon. This is pretty steep. Okay. Let's go this way. I kind of had a view of a gate over this way, and it looks like other people came this way too, so go. Okay. Yep, there's a fence. Interesting. Don't tell me I gotta go under barbed wire again. Yeah, looks like maybe. Okay. All right. This looks a little terrifying, but I see new boards. So at least the middle does not look like new boards. This smells new. Oh my gosh. This is a little scary. Oh my gosh. Please don't break. Okay. Oh. So, fun fact, I am scared of heights, but I love doing things that are like climbing, but man-made things really freak me out. Oh, that's nice. Broken boards. All right. And this is a suspension bridge. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay. At least it's not like a huge precipice. It's a good drop. But, okay. We're making it. All right, old boards. I hear you squeaking. I know I have a heavy pack. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if the new ones are any better. It's pretty creaky. Okay. And we made it and we didn't die. Hallelujah. Ghost Ranch Trail. Well, I think that's where I'm going. And yes, I am scared of heights. And yes, I was a firefighter. And yes, I had to work off ladders. But I don't know, I can when I'm focused on like doing something with a purpose, like working off a ladder, cutting a hole in a roof or whatever, then I can kind of block it out. And same thing, like when it's not as bad when I'm climbing like mountains. I'm still scared, but I also think it's beautiful and fun. So I don't know, I'm able to do it that way. But I'm crossing a road, so I need to see where I'm going. All right. So I followed a little hiking trail for a bit and then cut over. This is all Ghost Ranch. And cut over. I'm on a horse trail now. That's gonna take me up to the road. Looks like I'm back on the green line again. So the hiking trail wasn't actually the green line, but it was an actual hiking trail instead of like this dirt road, and it kind of paralleled it. And then I just had to cut over a little to get back on track on this horse trail. So, wow, it's really beautiful out here. I remember thinking it was such a cool place. I see why it inspired George O'Keeffe. Against all odds, I navigated that crazy alternate, and this is the road. It's about to enter Ghost Ranch, and I am less than like 4/10 of a mile from the visitor center. And then I'm gonna see what they have available and get settled, get some food, something cold to drink, shower, all the good stuff.